Okay. Okay. So to do your custom formatting is just about presenting information the way you want it to be in your I mean the output on your Excel sheet. And so whatever you are going to be formatting, especially numbers, text, you are to, you know, go down to, you press Ctrl 1, custom formatting. Okay, here inside this editable box, okay, you do your how your positive number should be formatted, positive number. So if I press the pound sign, this representing a number. Okay, so if I separate it by a semicolon, it is that is the first argument. Now when I go down and add a minus sign and a pound sign, sorry, a pound sign, this is for negative. Or sometimes we can have something like this in parentheses here. Okay, you see? And for zeros will always be 0. Okay, so let me separate it by semicolon for zeros. Right? Okay, and for the text. And text is being represented by the @ sign. How many arguments are here? Sorry, just put this one. How many arguments are here? Is it not positive, negative, zeros, and @ sign, which is for the what do you call it, for the text? Now when I scroll down here, look at look at some kind of format you are seeing down here. You can see @ sign here.
Yes.
This is for the text. Okay, so basically I'll be doing something now that you are going to see for this kind of formatting. So when I come down to this box here, I want to state how positive number should be formatted. So I come here and I go to custom, come here and delete this and say how positive numbers. Please always know that when you are typing inside this editable box, that whenever you want to show something in text, you want to show a text string, you should have to put the double quotes. So you put this, right, and you put your pound sign. Your pound sign should show the number that you want to put there. Then that is it. For negative numbers, you can just put the minus sign, or let me put a parenthesis. Okay, I put a parenthesis. And for the zeros, okay, semicolon again. For the zeros, I want zeros, sorry, hold on, negative numbers. Okay, okay, so I put negative in parenthesis. Now semicolon again. And for the zeros, I could choose to show 0 in a different way. I could choose to show 0 like maybe just like a small dash, or I could just put zeros and put it in double quotes, okay, to show 0. So let me just say I don't want to show zeros just like that. I want to represent it with anything. I can just put it in double quotes. For zeros, I press this, double quotes in an empty space, meaning that I don't want anything to appear there. Or should I want anything to appear there, I could just put something, maybe like a dash, something, space it up. And for text, will always remain text. So if I put text sign here, this is the last one for text. If I put the text, I don't have to put another semicolon. So basically there are 3 semicolons within the 4 arguments. And also note that if I delete any content in this, that is between the semicolons, between each semicolon, if I delete anything from there, it is basically not going to show anything. Okay, so you use that to do the hiding of zeros and whatever, or hiding of any information, whether positive numbers, negative numbers, or anything within these 4 arguments. So let's see something. Let me delete this and press OK. Right? Now, this place has been formatted. You can see, look at up here on your screen. Here. you can see where they write custom. You can see that it has changed from general to custom, meaning that I have activated it already for something I'm about to do. So I want positive numbers. Let me put positive numbers. Say 2. Can you see that? Positive 2. I want to put negative 2. Let me edit. And to edit, you press F2, right? Okay, this one is like this is not working here. Negative 2. Let me double click and put a minus sign. What did you see? Negative. For the fact that I put this negative doesn't mean that this is how it's going to be for whatever you're going to do. I'm just playing around with the custom formatting. So this negative 2 will could just stand that way in parentheses. And for zeros, let me type 0 here. You see something? Here. So you see that everything I've done here, I've formatted everything here to show me what I need to see. But look at the formula bar there. Are you seeing the formula bar? Hold on. See the formula bar? You see 0? But what you are seeing outside here in the output window here is just dash. So that is the power of custom formatting. Okay, so we'll be going into a very, more examples here, and we can see that we are asked, there's a task here that we are asked to, all positive numbers should show green, painted in green. Let me come here and show you something. Oh God, this thing started again. It's like, hold on. I don't know if it's me that is the problem here, because I find it very difficult to control this cursor and this something. All right, I put something here. I put a note here. You can see what can you see my screen? Is Miriam there? Okay.
Yes, I can.
All right, so if you see on my screen, I said in custom formatting, the display information on a cell defined by 4 arguments, which I just showed you. Are you hearing? So, and I said how positive numbers, negative, zeros, and text should be formatted. Each of these arguments are separated by a semicolon. And I've given you a guide already on how it should be. So first thing I want to mark out is that when customizing a number on an object, you want to show with a color. Each of the arguments has to be prefixed the color index number in a square bracket. What do I mean? See what square bracket means. I come here, there's something here called square brackets here. You have to press shift something to activate the other one. This is just press square bracket. You press a square bracket, you open and close it, and put whatever information you want to put inside it. Okay? Something. You can see what I mean? So now, let me do something now. Okay? Now, what I want to do is, I need to make the screens a bit smaller. It's like it's coming. Yeah, no, I want to take this up and decrease it. Okay? I have to be fast about this because I have no time. Now, we want to paint, like this is like just a common financial statement, just like an extract I just brought out here, and I want all positive numbers should be painted green. Everything there, whether there's a net income or wherever is the turnover, is cost of sales, whatever, but all those ones in negative numbers which are having negative signs should show red. So what I'm going to do now is that for me to do this formatting, I have to highlight where all this information is. That is the first thing you need to do. Highlight everything first. Okay? And press Ctrl 1. Ctrl 1 takes you to the Format Cells dialog box. You go to Custom Formatting. You can see that the first cell that is being highlighted is showing 5,000. Yes. That is the first line where I highlighted through the range. Yes. Okay, so now what I come to do here is that I want everything to show me green for positive numbers. Okay, you see the other one saying negative for that, right? And I want to hide all the zeros in the report at the same time. So what I'm going to do is doing this now. So what I'm going to do is to say this, I will open my square bracket. That is the first thing you need to do from the left side before you start the argument. You have to. Square bracket is just after the P. Okay. After the P. But you don't need to press any shift. If you press shift, it's going to give you the other one. Okay. Just press square bracket, just that way. So, okay, after the P. Yes, after the P. Yes.
So, where are we putting it?
Can you hear me? Mary, are you still there? Miriam?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, now, before I do that, let me show you something. I need to show you at the other side here, I have a color library for anything you want to use. I could actually say I want to put color red or color green, and Excel will give me, but it might not give me exactly what I want because there are different colors there. It might be light green, dark red, or whatever color you want to use. So out of these colors you are seeing here, for the financial statement, I say I want green, but is it the light green you want or is it the dark green? And all of them have been given a value here. So I need to choose one. So if I go for color 10, which is a dark green, okay, and I go for color 3, which is a red, when I come back here, I need to highlight the whole of this. Okay, press my Ctrl 1 and go to custom formatting. Can you see my hand, Miriam? Okay, so you come here and open your square bracket and press color words 10. Right? Color 10 is for that dark green. So close the square bracket. Now, how do you want these positive numbers to show this? So what we are going to do is we're going to put the pound sign because they are all numbers. Okay? So when we put the pound sign followed by a semicolon, please follow this argument this way and put the next one should be color words 3. Color 3. Okay, now I close the bracket and I put my negative. All those negative you are saying there, I will just put negative what? Pound sign. That is just it. Or for me, I can remove that negative and put a parenthesis, which will show me in accounting form. Okay, so let me just do it this way. I will remove this and put this here, right? Then followed by my semicolon. Now the next thing I need to do is I've satisfied the first two information. I need to hide all the zeros in the report. So hiding the zeros, it means that I have to put something here, right? I open my double quotes, right? And I put something there. Let me just put nothing. It will show me nothing there. Okay, so once I do this, look at what happens. Okay, do you see that? Custom formatting. Do you see? Now, all these costs of sales, the ones painted in green, are all expenses. And if you have a loss, it will show you also red. That is why I put it that way. And if you have a positive number, it will show you that it is positive, it's good, it's income, inflow, right? So that is how it is. So I put it in accounting form for you to understand better, so that when you're working in your office, you will understand how to modify things like this. And you could have extra things you could add to it. So now look at it. We've been able to successfully add colors to positive numbers, negative numbers, and to hide the zeros from the report. Whatever way you choose to do it, you can just do it that way. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm okay. I understood it, but I need to write down the way it works before we proceed, such that when we want to try it ourselves, because I know you have time constraints now.
Yes, I'm moving with time.
To be fast.
I need to be fast actually.
But this thing is strange to virtually all of us here.
Okay,
So I don't
so
know if I'm speaking for everyone.
Yeah.
It's strange. So we need to write it down so
It
that
is-
we can replicate.
okay. Now that means that if now our objective is to achieve something better, we need to give me a little time extra. Okay, because if I rush this and try to cover everything, just like just going through everything and mastering nothing, right? And are you fit now to actually go an extra mile to understand this, at least before we leave? Because I know you've come a long way.
Extension of time beyond the 4 o'clock.
Because actually my time has been taken, part of my time has been taken due to the fact of time. I think should be one or two details that must have caused it to be like that. But I need to deliver this thing today. I'm requesting that from you. Are you going to give it to me?
Me, I can say style. I don't know for others.
Please. All right.
Yes.
Okay, I wish I had a blackboard here, but I will use my Excel sheet as a blackboard. I will come back again.
And another thing, these colors we are using now,
Yeah.
that means it is actually mapped to that. Because normally, there's no any Excel that you have this color already slated there. That means you've already mapped it that for every color 10, you click there on B11 or from B11 to F15 is mapped to this color highlighted on the side.
Which is turnover.
Which is turnover and all those. So for like our own Excel, I'm talking of a blank sheet now. We don't have that. Let's just say we want to
This
do it
color,
on a fresh sheet.
select this
You know
color.
this sheet now.
Okay.
This thing is
Color.
programmed to be mapping that.
Okay, maybe let me just assume that. Okay, let me make it clear to you. This range of colors you are seeing here, you see this color information I showed you here,
Yes.
are all Excel colors that are inbuilt in Excel. All those colors you are seeing there, they are represented by a number. Once you mention that number in Excel, it recognizes it.
Oh.
So where in Excel can we see it?
No, you can't actually come here directly to see it. It's an inbuilt something. What there is that this information I got it from their library, from their site. Okay? That is the information you can use to actually do anything you want to do on Excel. Okay? So what I did was to do this is that because I want a certain output, I want all my turnover and anything that has to do with positive numbers to show green. Let it be green. And I have to specify what color and what that color. Look at it. If you look at this place here, you look at the color index here. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Color index. This color index here, starting from 0 here to this one down. Let me bring it up for you to see. Are you seeing it? All these colors here are represented by numbers. In the box, in that between that what do they call it? The square bracket. Place the information that you want to see. I said I want color 10, but it should be in jacket. That is how Excel recognizes it. So if you want green, red, do it that way. That is why I went as far as coming down here to highlight. And in Excel, you don't just use one number, or you don't just do something when you want it to apply to others. If you want to apply to others, please highlight everything. Say, I said, I want this whole thing to be done spontaneously, as kind of immediately to everything. Okay? So what I want to do is, what I did was to highlight the whole of this, press my Ctrl 1, and you can see that it has highlighted the information that I just created. And in Excel, in this particular cursor formatting, if you don't want it, you can easily delete what you have created by pressing a delete. Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
If I press delete, it has gone back to status quo. Everything has gone back to the way it is before. I just created it, and I have to remove it and recreate another one. So if you look at that dialog box there, the format code, you will see some people will create a lot there. so that in case they want to use it next time, they can go there and just click on it than recreating again. But I know how to create it, so I can easily build and destroy it, right? So that is just it about this kind of formatting. So I've been able to hide all the zeros, and I've been able to color everything. So let me, without wasting much time, let's go to the second one. Now I want to use this one that has to do with conditions. You know, like your if function, whatever you have, that has to do with conditions. If this one does not happen, what will be the outcome, right? So what happened is, here we are told to hide the cost price and also determine which product is above or below spending limit of 5,500. You know, you do this in budgeting. You actually want to know how to get those items that you want for this kind of purpose. So what I want to do now is this. I want each of these. What is the value? See, quantity times cost here, cost price gives you the value. That is the value of the product. Now, I want that this spending, let me come here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go up here. Is Miriam still there? Hello?
Yes, she is.
All right. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Please, if you have any question, you could ask later.
No problem.
Okay, so now I want to show above or below my spending. I want this one to show each of these cells here is supposed to be more than, if each of this information here, is it more than 5,500 or below 5,500? It's a condition. I want to condition these cells now, that these cells you are seeing, that if any of these cells is above 5,500, if it's above 5,500, it will show me above. If it is below 5,500, it will show me below. And it is flexible. You can change it anytime you want. Okay? So what I want to do now is that I want to highlight, for me to do this, for me to actually make this successful. I could have done this in this cell, in this column D, but I want it in such a way that by the time I change any number here, it will be showing me what I have already customized. So look at the formula bar now. You can see I said it's equal to D20. I've added another column, right? Is equal to D20, meaning that whatever is here, whatever happens here will affect this one here, right? So what I need to do is this. I want to do the above or below conditions. So what I need to do is to highlight this one here. And when I highlight it, I will press my Ctrl 1. Okay? And I come here to custom formatting. And I open my square bracket. For conditions too, you need to open the square bracket for it. And you are opening when you want to open your square bracket, you need to state what condition you are giving. Is it greater than or less than? Okay, if I say it's greater than, what is the condition? That's 5,500, right?
Yeah.
5,500. I close the square bracket. All right? What should happen if it is greater than 5,500? You will say above. Abi? You put your double quote and write above and close it, right? Then followed by a semicolon. What should it do if it is less than 500? Below. So I'll open my double quote and put below, right? So you see that everything you are seeing there should show you above or below. So when I click on it, what do you see? Is this one not above? Is this 1,000? You know, this what you are seeing here is inside here. This 1,000 is below 5,500. You could decide to put anything over budget, under budget. You could decide to put anything in the text string. to make you understand, or make someone understand what you are doing. Above or below. Assuming I change the cost price, let's just say I put the cost, okay, let me just change the quantity. I change the quantity to, let's say, 3,000. Sorry. What do you see? Above, because 30,000 is above 5,500. If I decide to reduce the quantity, or let me leave the quantity the way it was before, I increase the cost price, say to $20. It's still below because it's still within that range. That is not up to 5,500. So you can see how you can actually do some tricks in custom formatting. And if I want this to extend below, I would highlight everything here that you are seeing here, just below this place, so that whatever I type, whatever information I put here will also be affected. Okay? So I have successfully done this. Now I want to hide. What is the requirement? That requirement say hide the cost price. Is that not so? Hide the cost price. If I'm hiding the cost price, see what I'm going to do. I will highlight the whole of this and press Ctrl 1. When I do this, I come to custom formatting, right? I come here to general and remove everything here and press semicolon 3 times. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Earlier on, I said that those arguments, positive numbers, negative numbers, zeros, and text, everything is being separated by the 3 semicolons. Once you clear the content within those semicolons, leaving all those semicolons, it is not going to show you those information contained therein, meaning that you've wiped it out. But I can tell you that if you have not wiped it out totally, if you look at the formula bar, you will still see the information here. Ordinarily, let me take it back, Ctrl Z. If you, for example, say, I want to hide, they will just go to this place here. Hello, go to Home tab, come to this place here, and press something to cover the information. You see what I'm saying?
I've seen this one before.
You see this one, right?
No, most likely, is the screen frozen? I don't know.
No. Are you seeing my cursor? Are you seeing my cursor moving around?
Okay, I see your cursor. Yes, I see it.
What I'm trying to say is that if ordinarily some people will hide things in the cells by just going to the Home tab and going to this highlight cell here, right? And put this. Let me take it this way. They are going to highlight the whole of this. Just wait inside here. Come here. Go to the Home tab. This is the Home tab. Come here where this thing is. You see fill color. And come here and press this. You see? They can put different colors, but it's still exposing the information. But custom formatting will help you to hide the information, but it will still be showing in the formula bar. But is it what is in the formula bar you are going to show those people that you are presenting information to? No. It is what is presented in the cells itself that you are going to show them. Okay, assuming I go back now. Now let me press Ctrl 1 and come here. Fast. And press 3 semicolons. Everything is wiped. 1, 2, 3. And I do this like this. I can be changing my information here. Nobody knows what I'm touching. Yeah? I can just say this is 30. You see what I'm saying? I can come here and change anything I want to change. Let's say this is 236. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it, Miriam? Hello, Miriam.
Yes, I am.
You see are you seeing the trick in the custom formatting? I'm typing some things, but nobody knows what I'm doing. But I've customized this for me to be able to get all these kind of outcomes. So let me press Ctrl Z back. Ctrl Z, Z, Z. I've undone everything. Okay, so that task is completed. I hope you understand now.
Sorry,
Okay.
we understood it. But if you say I should replicate, I will not be able to do it because it's not written down.
Okay. What is going to happen is after this class, I would call at least 1 or 2 persons out to practicalize it, and I'm going to guide you on it. So we'll move to the next one. Now the next one is for the dates, and you know that if you look into the cell here, see, look at the home tab. Oh, look at the home, the home under the home tab. Look at the. Are you seeing the date here? All these things are in date format, and I want to customize this date the way I want it. Is it that I bring the year forward, or I take the month backward and put it in a way that I want it to be like, or I put, is it that this is a short date?
Yes.
If you come here now, you see date here. Is either a short date or a long date. You can see that this one is giving you in text too. So what I want to do now is that everything here, I just want to say, let everything here be, I have to press my Ctrl 1 after highlighting. If you want to format anything, please highlight all the things you want to format. Everything in there, therein. Press Ctrl 1 and come to date. You can see the date here. Right? Come to custom formatting, and if you go to custom formatting, you will see day, month, year. Go to this box here and start playing with some things. Look at what I'm doing. You know, this is a day, right? I want to make it D, add another day. If I add another day, it will tell me Sunday, but it's Sunday in short form. Sunday, add another day, Monday, right? I can put a comma here. You can see what this sample box you are seeing here will help you to view what you are actually doing. And day, month, year. Since it's in that sequence, you can decide to, I can decide to say year, y. You can see, is it I bring the year forward, or I transpose everything, anything I want to. That is what they call, you customize. Hello sir, can you hear me? You customize it the way you want. I want everything to come out only for the month, January. Since it is for the month, I'll put M, right? M. So I press OK. What do you see? Everything I did, the first one I did for is applying to the others because I have highlighted it. If I highlighted only one, what I would just do is to copy the format for others. To others. Let me go back here. I can decide to, once I do this one like this, I can decide to put something here. March 2019. So I'll put year. Are you seeing it? All these things you are seeing is what you are going to use in your modeling, because they are very, very important. You need to know which form. Your model can be different from my own. The way I present it is not left for you to know how to customize. You present it in such a way, you can say full year, you can say Sunday 28, put everything in full, but in as much as it is well presentable and you can maneuver anything. Mostly, this class is for you to know how to play with things like this. So if you are going to practice on your own, you need to know how to go about it. So just go there. First of all, you first highlight the information. Press your Ctrl 1. Hello, Miriam. Can you hear me?
Yes, I am.
When you want to customize anything, highlight the input, what you want to customize. Press your Ctrl 1 and come to this editable box here under custom format, right? Yeah, and you can play around with it. Okay? So MMM is for the month, YYY is for the year, and DDD is for the days, short form and long form of date of the day. It's telling you it in Thursday, which is the day of the week. We are going to go that into date and the date functions very soon. So I want to hurry up on this. So now we've been able to do this. Just do it the way you can, and it's okay. Now, we want to format using short forms, numbers, so mighty long numbers. For example, your financial statement, you have billions. How do you show it in your information? You want to show it in a very short form. Instead of billions, it will be expanding the cells and making it go into exponential. That's under scientific. How do you make all these things work for you? That is custom formatting under it. So as you can see here, we have information about debtors who owe certain amount of money, and all of them here are in millions. Supposedly, yeah, they are in millions. Okay, so now what I want to do is to show it in, millions should be short form of MN or BN, billions. If it is in hundreds of thousands, you can say 500K, 200K. How do we make these things work? I will show you. So I come here and highlight. That is the first step you need to do. Go to your Control 1, come to custom formatting, and go to this editable box. Clean everything you are seeing here. Sorry, not so. Okay, clean everything you are seeing here, and the first thing you need to do, I told you of fixed placeholder and variable placeholder, right? Fixed placeholder, no matter how many things you change or no matter the numbers you put there, that number will still remain the way it is. You can see what happens. By the time I put it to 0, see what I'm saying? Are you seeing it? Look at the sample board here. Look at the sample board. The sample board is showing you something here. The numbers have not been cleaned.
Yes.
Now, for me to achieve that, I want to show that this thing should be in form of billions and millions. So what I need to do is to use thousand separator. The first thing I will need to do, right? Now, assuming I put at let's say 0.00, right? I put my thousand separator. The first one takes the first scale of the first 3 numbers. That is at the end. It takes the last 3, the second one, until you get the desired output. I put those 0.00 there just to make everything, be in the form of decimal. I mean, some part of the numbers be in form of decimal because we are scaling down. So when we are scaling down this, we did the first one, right? We are doing the second one. 728 will not appear now. You can see it. It's going down. What is the last 3? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Are you seeing? Miriam, are you there? Because I want to know if you are following. Yeah.
Yeah, numbers are.
You can see that the numbers are reduced.
Yeah.
So I want it to be 7.32 billion. So I use my backlash, or I can use double quotes. So if I use backlash, where is it, Seth? I put my B here. Are you seeing it? I want to put billion.
Yeah.
Billion. This character here, it helps you to join the text to the number. That backlash you are seeing. Yes. So, but if you don't want it that way, you want to show something, you want to show another thing in full, I can just put it here. I'll just remove the backlash and open my double quotes and put billion and close it. You can see in some financial information where you see that you will see that information are approximated. They will put them in billion. That's how you see. When you are now doing your graphical representation, these things are helpful for you to actually make sure that whatever is on your graph, when you are showing your bar chart and your whatever information, you scale it down to this level in such a way that it can fit into that bar chart. Okay, so I can decide to say, no, I don't want this to be like this. Let me just put it billion like this. Are you seeing it? It's reasonable. So if I press OK for everything here, look at what I get. 7.32 billion, 6.7 billion, billion. are the amounts being owed by by these people here. So is this understood? Whenever you want to show something in text, you want to attach a text to a number, you can use your text string to show that thing. I mean your double quotes, right?
Yeah.
So that is it for this. Now we are going to.
Let me see.
You want to see the. Okay. Now, first of all, you will use the placeholder first. That's 0. You can even use your pound sign. Pound sign. That is that thing that looks like hash. That is hash. Now let me press my Ctrl 1. You see what I just created, right? Do you know that I can use my pound sign? Let me come here and just change something here. Let me put pound sign. Did anything change? No. My pound sign. I can as well put my pound here. Pound. Are you seeing it?
This so that look like star. What is it? That billion that locked up.
No, that thing is double quote. Double quote, which is that double quote is
Okay.
just by the enter here.
Okay.
You will press your shift and your double quote. Your hash is after that is on top of 3. 3, go to 3, number 3. You press your shift and that. You see that you can actually play around with
Are you
this.
saying that hash can be used to replace 0?
Yeah, it's a variable placeholder. Fixed order,
Okay.
fixed placeholder is 0. Okay? Anything, no matter the numbers you put there, it will still remain the same. Okay. Now, I am done with this, and we move to the next one. We have another example here. We said we should add numbers and use it to calculate. Add years to numbers. You know, in some informations in the financial statement where you see there is a asset turnover, you will see they put something like 4x or something, or they attach a text to it. That's 4 times, 2 times. Those financial ratios, those things are customized. They customize it. So I won't just add. I can just say 4x. But what you want to achieve in custom formatting, you won't be able to achieve it that way. So what I will do is, here I'm asked to add years to useful life of the asset. If I add the years there, that doesn't affect the information that is in the cell. Do you get what I'm saying? Please, I need your attention.
Yes.
We'll all do practical later. I just need to be fast enough. What is the first point? The first point is to add years. Is it that you add YRS or you write the years in full, whichever you want. I will first highlight the information I want. Press my Ctrl 1 and come to custom. When I come to custom, let me select this 0 here. Oh, what did I want to show? Years, Abby. How do I show the years? Will I just write years like that, or there must be something I need to do? So Excel has a language, it understands that it has to show it in double quotes. Put your double quotes and attach it to it, it will show. So, yes. Are you seeing it? You can abbreviate it to years. You can put it years here. Remove this 2 and leave it this way. Can you see what I just did now? Any of these things you are seeing, you see the first one, number 4. I put 4 years, but that 4 is showing in the formula bar. It's still inside the cell. If I use this to multiply this one now, equal sign, right? This multiplied by this is 8. Did it affect the number there? I only went to the back end to go and do some, like if the computer boots, you won't know what is going on there. They have already programmed it to be showing that what you are seeing there is something is working. So I just go here and do what I need to do. Right? One more thing before I move. Then you can come here and copy this kind of format to this. To copy a format, you need to press the control keys. Mary, are you there? Can you hear me? To copy a format, you press your Alt key. You can see your Alt key now. You press your Alt key first.
Okay.
To apply any shortcut, press your Alt key first. Your Alt key first will give you the home tabs, the tabs addresses. And each of them, when you press it, it will give you a sub address, right? So you press your home tab, your Alt key, Alt H, right?
No.
Are you seeing it? H is for home tab.
Yes.
H is for home. Then if you want to if you want to apply the format, you press FP. You can see that there's something like a brush beside what you have here. Just come here and paste it. Paste it on what you want to paste it on. Press your, you see what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You go to your Alt key, press your H key, press F and P. It will copy that format. Okay? So that is how you do it. Alt H F P. Look at this paintbrush just by this place here. Can you see are you seeing it here? This paintbrush. Another way you can do it, look at it. In case you don't want to stress yourself on this. Control Z.
Something.
See what I want to do? I will place my cursor here. Come here and click on this thing here. Click on this format painter. When you click on it, you will see a brush sign here. And paste it here. Which one is shorter for you? Is it by pressing the shortcut keys or this one is shorter, right? Okay. Because some people will not have the time. Oh, where is paintbrush? But if you mastered it, you can be able to just do it. I don't go here, come here, carry paste here. I'll just press my shortcut key and immediately enter it.
Alt H.
FP. Alt plus H plus FP.
Alt.
Okay, I think I'm going down to this. You're still asking questions. Okay, please. This thing I just explained.
Please.
If you want to copy a format to another number that is not formatted in that first one, what you need to do is the two ways you can do it is by putting your cursor here on this. Look at what I'm doing here. Go to Format Painter. Click on it. It will activate something. Look at a brush following it. Come here and just click on it on this place here. It will format it.
Please, can we try the Alt HFP?
Okay, you want to do the Alt HFP yourself?
Yes, let us.
Please do it yourself. Let's see.
That's
Do it yourself.
HP.
Alt H. See that Alt will bring the whole of the addresses on these tabs.
Yes.
H is for, look at it. H, this is H. If you come here now and say Alt, look at what you are seeing up. Let me use my cursor. F, H, N, P, this, everything here.
Yeah.
All of them have addresses in it, a sub address.
Okay.
A sub address for you to go deeper into what is inside there. So you need this to actually, okay, let me press H now. H. It will take me to the subs. The subs here. I'm looking for Format Painter, Abi. Look at where Format Painter is located here. Is this not FP?
Yes.
That is how you get your shortcuts handy. And it's not what you are going to do immediately. You will be taking it one way, one at a time. That's how you do it. And once you have learnt it, you to be very fast. Like me, if I want to do a border, I know the different kinds of borders that I need. What I just need is and is there. So you don't need to stress yourself that you want to, I want to paint something. You'll be looking for it here. You'll be going looking for it. That's how somebody will know that you are growing in the Excel something. Yes, for you to be using the shortcut.
So is it possible to know all this?
It's not possible to know all this in a day. I won't lie to you.
Because I'm seeing
In a day, no. It's not possible. I will tell you that practically, once you are working with it over time, you will get used to it. We that will finish this thing for a long time, there are so many things I have not gotten on this shortcut. I still need to work with them. If those areas are something that I do work with on a daily basis, like drawing a border, all those things, I know all those shortcuts. Or copying and paste, copy and paste. Like there's a shortcut here which you can use for if you want to copy and paste something. If you come here, you copy. If you copy, come to this cell here, you will press Ctrl Alt V to give you paste special, to give you a paste special. Ctrl Alt V. You can easily copy the format of what you have here. You say if you want to copy that format, what we use here, come here, copy the format. If you want to comment on the comment, on validation, anything you want. So I won't go back to that now. Let's go to the other ones. We also have an information where we have to highlight, we need to add check boxes, check marks, to this information we have here. Checkbox. You know that tick. We need to add it. And for you to have it, Excel have what they call they have it in numbers. They have a char. That thing that this man was doing here, I think he mentioned something about char code or something. But that one is a bit complex because you have to use formulas to translate it and copy it. But for me, if I want to do that one, I have to go to symbols to go and get it. And for you to get to symbols, press your Alt key first, press your N, and press your U. My symbols will come out. You can see that is the end here. Look at it here. Symbols. The U. This one is the U.
Let's see it again. It is display you.
Eh?
It did display you. That symbol. Please try it again. I want to see something.
Yeah, let me go back. See what I mean? Alt and what happened?
But I'm seeing that symbol ZS.
Okay, ZS. Okay, yes. I don't know what I press here, but I know that once I press the U, you know what happened? Maybe it's because of the what do you call it? My own laptop shows U. That is the reason why. Okay, so if we use ZS symbols,
So
that is
it's showing you now.
It's showing you. Yes. I just went straight to the shortcut because my own laptop gives me U immediately. But for the purpose of this lecture, so let's press U. I just went Alt and U direct. So where we can get that symbol is here. We'll come to area and we come to geometric shapes. Yeah, geometric shapes. So that symbol, that check mark box, we can get it here, somewhere around here. I hope I'll see this on time, but check marks. Are you getting it, sir? Oh, why? Yeah, I think it's not okay. It's Seagull. I now remember. Seagull. UI symbol. That is where I can get it. Seagull UI symbol. I will see those shapes now coming out for check marks. Should have copied it, but I just want us to look for it ourselves, just to look for it.
So why are the people using all these symbols? Why are the people using all these symbols?
Well, people with different needs. Look at it. Are you seeing check mark here? This is check mark. If I press it now to show you heavy check mark, can you see something here? And I press insert. Close. This is check mark, and it has to show check mark in the what they call it, in the board. If it's showing something different that has a character code, it will not show you exactly what it is here. So that is how you know if you can really apply it directly to what you want. So for me, I'll just do it this way. Thank God I remembered that symbol. If not, would have been looking. I would have just said, let's jump this something. So now for us to put a check mark, we need to put a check mark here for these procedures, and these procedures are audit procedures for inventory. And I want to be showing that, okay, yes, I've done analytical review, yes, I've done inquiry, yes, I've done observation, inspection, calculation, and modify. Whichever thing you want to put there, in as much as you have all your information that you have, you need to work with. So now I'll just come here and highlight this, but I'm not restricting my custom formatting to this. I want it to appear for others that I want to apply later. So I will have to highlight cells just below, right? I'll just put it this way. Come to but first of all, before I do that, I need to copy this. Oh God, I don't know, this laptop is not, it's not like if I press F2 now it will edit. I have to double click. So I copy, Control C, right? I come here. Are you seeing it, Miriam? Come here and highlight the whole of this and press Control 1. When I press Control 1, I go to custom formatting. You can see analytical review was the first one that showed. I come here and place the check mark, Control V, right? Then type in, put in a space character. That
I'm
is.
not seeing that though.
You're not seeing it?
I'm not seeing the highlights of that procedure. Your cursor is just on.
Okay, let me go back. Let me go back again. What I'm saying is this. The first thing I need to do if I want to apply this check mark to all this is for me to put this. I have to copy this check mark, right? After copying the check mark, I'll come here to analytical review and highlight the whole of this. You see, I highlight it to row 88. Now, so now I will have to press Control 1, go to custom formatting. You can see analytical review on the sample here. It means what we are doing is working. So I come here and press my Control V. My Control V is to paste what I've copied from the cell there and put a space character for the text, right? Put a space and put @ sign.
Okay.
Okay. Now when I put the @ sign here, look at what happens. You see that everything here has been modified.
Yeah.
So my check mark. So if I want to put, what is the next thing? Modify, interpret. Let me put interpret. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Conclusion. Are you seeing it? Because those cells have been highlighted. Anything I've done in the back end should affect the remaining cells down. Okay? So there's another thing you can do. Let me put it Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. You can put something like a text, completed. These things I've done is completed, like check mark, completed, completed. Just put the completed and put it in double quotes and put the space character. That is shift and this dash here, just before the equal sign here. Then it will capture it. So that is how we do it. Are you okay now with it?
The computer is going to be in front. It's going to be in front.
Put it in front. That place where I first pasted the check mark box is what you are going to put there. Now, we are going into another one where we have to calculate. We'll put symbols. We'll put other symbols. And let me try to bring out this symbol. Alt NU. There's this symbol I'm trying to bring out here. Area. Okay, I come down here. There's something I want to bring out. Those up and down arrows. I have to enter these date functions immediately. Okay, geometric shapes. Sorry, I made a mistake. I should put geometric shapes. Geometric shapes. Subsets. Geometric shapes. Geometric. Please, have anyone seen? Can you help me to find? Okay, geometric shapes. Yeah. Now, you see this up and down arrow. That is what I want to extract now. I come here. You see, and also select this. Insert. Also come here, select this and insert. No, this one, up and down arrow. Up and down arrows. Up and down arrows. You have seen stock market report where they represent information down up this by minus so percent, how stock have moved over time, all those things. Those are the information. You use custom formatting for them. Sometimes conditional formatting is also used on that, which we will talk about later. Conditional formatting down the line. So what we are going to do is we are going to, let me press enter. What we are going to do is that the information we are seeing here, we want to give the deviations. We have the actual sales and target sales for each of these products. So we want to give the deviations in percentages, and we have to show these up and down arrows. And if we put these up and down arrows, we can see that you will see that it is just going up. You will see black arrow going up after we find the deviations. Black arrow going up, black arrow coming down. But it won't just be like that. It won't give a very good picture of what you want to achieve. So if I come here now, what I will do is to come here, highlight here, the whole of this. Hello? I want to give the deviations in percentage. Actual sales versus target sales. What do? I use my, I will say equal sign. Actual sales divide by, I want to take the deviations. That is what happened. Look at it. The actual sales was 23. While target sales was what? 25. So they performed below the target. So I'll divide it by, where is division? Divide by this, right? Minus 1. Okay, once I do that, I'll press Control Enter. This thing is in general format, mind you. So we take it to percentage. And for you to take it to percentage, press Alt HP. Alt HP. Or you can come down here, come to percentages here. Are you seeing it?
Okay.
Press Alt HP, or you can come to this. Eh?
The screen is just at the first equal to sign.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
Okay.
You know, I found the deviation already, right? And they're all giving me in general format. So what I need to do is to highlight the whole of this and press Alt HP. Look at P here. Look at P, percentage.
Okay.
Are you seeing it here?
Yeah.
That is shortcut. So it gives me this.
You did something earlier on that division from that D94 to D109. When you highlight,
Yes.
you were able to work on D94 even though it's under highlight.
Okay, let me go back. Control Z, Control Z.
Yes.
I have highlighted the whole cell which is blank.
Yes.
And I want to perform calculations simultaneously. That instead of doing it one, I'll say is equal to this and bring it copy down. For you to copy down, automatically I have to press Control Enter once I've done my calculation. So first of all is to do my calculation. I say it's equal to this divide by.
No, what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. This thing you just press now, after highlighting,
Yes.
how are you able to click on that D94 without it stopping the highlights?
No. Yeah. Please, can we just do it practically now? Let me show you something. Please, on that your stuff, right? Press Shift and down arrow. Press Shift and down arrow. Can you see it? Mary, are you seeing it? Shift and down arrow.
Yes.
Now do your calculations now, because if you mistakenly remove your cursor and click it somewhere, all the highlights will disappear. So now what you will do is that put your equal sign immediately for your calculation, because that first cell that is not, looks as if it's not highlighted, it is where you will do your calculation first. Then use your arrow key to move. Don't say you are carrying your mouse and be moving to this thing. Though you can do that because you've equally activated this in this cell already. So use your arrow key, come here and do your calculation. I said I want the actual sales, the percentage change for between the actual sales and the target sales. I come here and do the same thing. Then whatever I get between those two, I will minus 1 from it. Right? Once I do this one finish now, you see I've done this. Press your control down and press enter. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Press your control, hold your control now down. Don't hold it and leave it. Hold it down and press enter. Is there something that you're not doing there, man? Okay. I will soon enter the date functions. I'll enter the date function. Hold on, I will do enter the date functions now.
Are we getting it?
They actually gave me more time. And small time to yes. So
Really?
Yes.
That I am not money.
now once
Repeat that thing. I'll press
Even if you don't press shift, if you
Press
highlight
shift
it
there.
and put equal sign, it will go.
yeah, but how do you highlight? You have to press your shift key first.
Yes.
Is it that if you are highlighting to the right, you press your right arrow, or if you are coming down, you press it down, right? Then when you do that, that cell, the first cell is already, so you have to press your equal sign and do your calculation.
Yes.
So what you are going to do is for you to get in percentages, because this thing is in general format, I show you 0. That is in decimals, and most of them are showing negative, positive, and all that. So I said the next thing you need to do, Miriam, can you hear me? You have to press your Alt H.
sir.
You press your Alt.
HP.
Yeah. For everything, you can see it's still highlighted. You've not left there. So you press Alt HP. It automatically gives you in percentages. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to do is I want to show these deviations in symbols. And I need an up and down arrow symbol. And I need a color to color it. Let those up and arrow symbols show me color. Meaning that those ones that this thing they are seeing here, that are showing up and down, they have to be, one should be green and one should be red. That's what I mean. So if I come here now, first thing I need to do for me to apply this, I need to copy this up and down arrow symbol. I will copy, I'll say Control C. Let me come here, double click, or if you can press F2 from your keyboard, press Control C, come to this place here and highlight the whole of this. When you highlight it, that is the second step. Press Control 1. When you press Control 1, go to Customs, because that is what we are doing. You can see that it has already given us in percentage format. You see it here. I just don't want to show that percentage. I just want to show just that up and arrow symbol, right? The first argument is that let those ones that are positive be showing me green. Up, green means that it is good. Let it show me green. I'll come here and put my color. The first thing I need to, since I want to put a color, I say I'm not putting a color, I'll just go show my up and down arrows, the first one, the second one, positive, negative, then it's done. But I want to put color. So what color should I use? It's the same green. Yes, now what we use in the first one?
Green for positive.
Positive. So I will put my positive here, green. So I will open my square bracket here and put color 10 because it's already there. The first one I did. Color 10. Close the bracket. Then what do I need to show again? That is the next thing I need. I'm not showing that in percentage now. I want to show it in those symbols. So I will come here and press Ctrl V for the symbols to show. Which one is up I'm using? I will clean the first one. Then put my double quote on it because I want it to show. Whether object or numbers or any other or text, please put double quote in it. That is the note I gave in that. When you scroll up, you will see a note there. I gave a guideline there. So you put the quote. Then the next argument should follow. Before you enter the next argument, put a semicolon. If you don't put a semicolon, it will not activate. So I'll put a semicolon. What is the next one? Color what?
Color 3.
Color 3. Close the bracket. Right? Now, I also want that what do you call it? That down arrow. So I press Ctrl V to repaste again, remove the one that I've already put before, and put this sign here, this double quote. What I mean is I need this color, this up arrow to be painted green. Why this one to be painted red? So if I do this way, let me do it this way. What do you see? Those ones that when the deviations were showing negative, they are showing red. If you look at it inside this box here, see, everything, red, green. You can easily see the ones that are actually performing better in terms of actual sales. Okay? Then when we get to conditional formatting, I will show you how to use conditional formatting to highlight certain informations that you want to see. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Have you gotten the concept now?
It doesn't look like magic. It's just magic.
Well, it looks like magic in the first place because you have to master the sequence of the presentation of positive, negative, and zeros and text. Are you getting? Once you're able to do that, once you're able to know that, okay, if I want to color so item and object, I need to put the color first, put it in square bracket, followed by whatever information you want to put. If it is a text, you put it. If it's an object you want to put, you put an object there for it to show, right? So that is just it. So, but I'm only showing the deviations with arrows and symbols. But I want to show the deviations with these deviations, which is a percentage.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, another thing I'm going to do is this. Since I have done it the first time, what I need to do is to copy this format here instead of me to go and start doing the same thing. I will come here.
Okay.
I will copy this one. I'll copy this one. Control copy. You see? And Control V. You know, it's the same information that you are seeing here that is there. So I'll press Escape. I will go to my Control 1 and go and do some editing here. Because I really want those information to show. Right?
Okay.
So what I will do is either I will come here and put, you see, why this sample box here is to show you what position of what you are doing. If I put 0%, 0%, right? This is for the first one. I'm showing my deviation. Let me put 0% in the second one. Let me see. You see, it's showing that you see that you can show the symbol before the percentage, or you show the percentage before the symbol. So what should I do? Let me take it to the other side. You see, I will take it here. So let me do it for the first one. If I do it for the first one, I'll come here and put 0%, right? Come here and do the same thing, 0%. Then I can put a space character here, but this time to be in asterisk. I can put my asterisk here, right? Come here, put my asterisk here. You see that it's moving. You see that it's moving towards the side. So I want that, let the 8% show separately and let this one show separately. Let the symbol show separately. But it's still the same. What I did was to copy the original format, take it there and do adjustments. That's what I did. So by the time you do this and you press OK, you see what it gives you. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now you see that you successfully done the deviations. You have shown the percentage deviation and the symbol itself together. Like what you see in those and market. In what they call it, all these stock exchange floors. Yes, you can even, so you do a lot of things with it. Now this one is gone. Now we are going to use happy face and sad face to represent deviations too. Happy face and sad face. You see what goes on? You see what? Ososa. Yeah, okay. Happy face and sad face. Where you can get them, you can use chart to get them, or you can use a key. Happy face and sad face. So you know these smileys that they use in WhatsApp. Smileys. You can get it by pressing the Windows key and semicolon. Windows key. Please press Windows key and semicolon at the same time. And semicolon. Semicolon is the one that is after the L. After the L. Press the Windows key and semicolon. What does it bring out?
It shows us emoji.
Smileys, emoji. This is where you can get these things. Come here. There are so many of them here. The ones, whichever face you see that is smiling and is laughing, is called happy face and sad face. So you use any of them. Like this one, oh, sad face. Right? You see sad face? Now let's go to the other one. Let's go to smiling face. The face that laughs much. Smiling face. You see the two? Smiling face and sad face. The same way we repeated for symbols. Those smiling face will repeat the same thing. Can you hear me? Should I do it?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Should I go ahead and do the smiling face and sad face?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, if I want to do it,
How do you copy it out?
no, what you need, see your cell is active here. Press the thing you want to press. Okay, see, you go to this place here. Go to this place, yeah. No. This other one here, yeah. Go to that one. To bring a click on it. It will show you, pick any face that looks like happy face or smile and sad face. Happy face and sad face. When you click on it, you will see it appear there.
Smiling.
Any face that looks like smiling there, just click on it. You see what? You see something appear on your. You see something appear here. Are you doing it? what is here is this one here. When you come here, this is smiling face. Click on it. You see something smiling here. Go to sad face here. Click on it and escape. What did I do now? Sorry. I wanted to go back. So after doing this, what you need to do is to press, you have to copy this. But before I do that, let me copy this symbol here. Because I need to replace this symbol with happy face and smiling face. So I come here, Control copy and paste here. And paste, Control V, right? Now, press Control 1, go to where I put this one, put your happy face and smiling face. But before I do that, let me copy this. I will have to copy this smiling face here, and sad face, Control C, come here, and highlight. Are you seeing it, Miriam? When you highlight, you come here and remove this, right? Press your Control V. Can you see it? Happy face, smiling face. So which one should I put? Happy face should be green, Abby?
Yeah.
Put smiling face here in place of this. It's just modification. Once you understand the concept, it's just modification. So I don't need to go and do all those calculations again and begin to do so. I just copy and change the information in it. So
you still leave the colors of
yes,
color.
everything will be there the way it is. So Control V and leave sad face here. So once I do this, it will still give me the color. What do you see? Oh, this one is actually sad because the sales manager is sad that his target has not been met. Actual sales is not up to, and he's going to be paid commission on it, on those sales. Are you okay with it, right? Happy face and smiling face. So, oh my God, if you people are lost on this, it means that we need to. You know what? At the end of this, I just want to finish this, and I don't know how long it's going to take because I still have other things to do. The text functions. So if we are going to do this, you can watch it again. Yes, you still have the videos here.
Yeah, like the foundation, and it's really thin.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now, we are done with custom formatting on this. Okay. So how to go about it and all that I've explained. And
this color, can we get it? Is it something like that?
you know, it's when you go to Google and press and type Microsoft Excel colors, it will take you to a place where you can extract it. And that's where I got this. So when we are done with that, let's go to the next one. Okay? I have to pause this because the other material is not there. Resume it. There's one more thing pertaining to this format. I think the next one here. These dates here. You know, some financial models, you will see them doing something like this. You see them doing something like this.
Are we sending it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Why is it? Why did they call me?
Financial year, then, and yeah. Have you seen something like this? Some models. All this is the part of the customization. I just need to show financial year in quotes and show the year. And for me to do it, I need to press Y. If I need to shorten it, I just do it like this. F1 12.
That
And
and
apply.
why is just 3 and it's picking the whole year. I thought it should be 4 to pick.
If it's 4, I will
It
press
will be the full
YY.
year.
It will be the full year.
Mm.
That is the full year in
I
number.
thought you pressed 3 and it's showing 2012.
Yeah. No, what happened? I pressed 2. Okay. I pressed 3. It still shows, right?
Yeah.
I press, wait, I still went to.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
press the other one, it still shows me the same 2012. But if I reduce it by 2, so it will show me this. When I apply it here, see, this is custom formatting. So most of them will use the date and be using it to be doing calculations like this. You'll be wondering, they did something like this. They formatted this in you. Okay, look at the cell now. Look at the first one. Look at the cell. The cell is showing 11th of March, and we are showing financial year. I will go to the back end. Any model I see that is doing this kind of a thing, the best place for me to catch those people is for me to go use my Control 1 and see what he has done here. That is how you copy other people's kind of presenting information. So that is it. Pause. Now we are into date and time function and date functions, and we have
Sorry. Do we all get custom formatting?
no. Oh, okay.
Person missed all this.
No, as in the record.
No, in the recording.
Okay, I thought she missed.
I didn't even take note of it. So he has explained how each of these single, multiple codes you are you write, how it will display. What you are doing is that once you are changing anything here, be looking at the sample that's upside. Be looking at this place here and see how. Let me change it to something. Let me add one thing here. If I add something here, you can see. If I decide to reduce it, something like this, you see 303. But this will not make sense unless you add something to it like this. You add one more M. All right, so you can decide to customize it the way you want. So press OK, and it gives you something like this. So in your model, you have timelines. That is from so year to so year, from 2011 to 2016. So you can customize it the way you want. That way. Your own way of presenting your dates can be different from mine. So that is just it. All right. So we'll be going into date and time functions. Let me see. She's still there. I was just trying to. Where is that file? I'm looking for it. Huh? Okay. Okay, date and time function. Yeah. So we'll be moving to date functions. Very, very important. You guys, I saw when you were going through different what did they call it? Some kind of functions this morning, and I guess it will be so challenging in the first place, but later on you will start getting to understand it. So this Excel function, date function, is an inbuilt function in Excel, which you can use to do whatever you want. The one we just did now is what they call custom formatting, but this one is the function itself inside the Excel, which we can use to actually determine the sequence of dates. You can use to define date for a future date. From now, you can see date of now between the date of what will happen, what is the date in the next 3 or 4 years. These are the things we'll be doing here. So the syntax for the date function, the first one I will first treat is the date function, which is this thing you are seeing here, this date function, this date here, this date. So we have the dates. Whenever you want to type in a function, you press your equal sign first, and you press your dates. You can see there are different things here that you can go into, but the option we are looking for here is this, right? So when you press this, you press your, wait, hold on, I deleted something here. Dates, press your tab, please. It's not, this is very easy. Instead of you to use your shift and parentheses to open the function, you press your tab. Once you say equals to that thing, that date or whatever you're looking for, you press your tab immediately. It will bring it out. Okay, so what is now telling us that we should supply the dates function, say that we want the sequence of the date, how the date should be shown in Excel. That is Excel date. It should be shown in years, month, and day, and it should be in numbers. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to supply what the year is, what the month is, and what the day is, and I splitted it here. Is Marian there? I hope she's there. Hello? Does it mean we've lost her? So we need to know if she's still there. So the first thing we are going to do, we have day, month, and year separated here in this example, and we are asked to calculate the date. So the first thing I need to do is to, if I want to calculate for this first cell, fine and good. If I want to do it simultaneously, yes. If I do it for this first, I have to copy it to the right. So what you need to do for to be very fast is to highlight this whole of this place like this. See that the first cell here, this first place where you first put your cursor, is active. Press your equal sign and your date. We are looking for the date, and we are going to make reference to the cells which we are going to use to what? Get the date in Excel. Excel will give you date it will give you the month first, it will give you the day, and will give you the year. The year will be the last. That is the sequence it will bring it. So what are we supplying? So press your tab. What are we supplying? The year.
Yeah.
Now move your arrow up. This is the year we are selecting. B15. Abi? Now you supply the year. You see that it's bolded here. Look at it, it's bolded here. Hello, Mary. Marian. Okay. Press your that is the first information you supplied. What is the month now we are looking for? We go to the month. Okay, we selected this and we go to the what? To the day. The day is 1. So it will give you the information you desire. Now look at it. Once we do this, instead of me to press this and press the closing parenthesis, I will just press Ctrl Enter. Enter. You see, it's very easy when you know the shortcut to do things like this for you to be faster. So we have, look at it, we have the day, we have the month, and we have the year. Okay, so which one? The 2 is the month, the 1 is the day, and this one, and 2021 is the what? And 2001 is the year. So you can see how this function helps us to get the dates. Hello, I hope it's not boring.
No.
This is a very simple calculation. Hello, Miriam.
Yes.
Can you see how I got the date? How to get date?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Oh, the brain is tired.
The brain is tired. Oh my God. I understand. It's not easy. Have you eaten?
Yes, sir. Wait.
All right. Don't worry. Don't get tired, please. Okay.
The result is even over. Like, I think, is it because maybe the format of American
Okay. You mean the way it's supposed to be?
Date format.
the date format? Like mine is giving me this one, 2, 1.
Hold on.
Like month, day, year.
Okay. So when we go to date, I press Control 1 now. It's supposed to be month, day, year, Abi. If you look at this sample here, you see this Wednesday is the day, Abi.
Yes, that Wednesday is the day.
So you can do a custom format on it.
Yeah, sure.
You can do a custom format on it. But in as much you supplied the information, okay, it doesn't matter whether it is the day that comes first or the year. But I know that the year will be the last,
The year is the last.
right? So there is no issue on this. There's no issue on this. So yes.
The control shift enter that calculate everything.
No. Okay, you mean to copy it to the right? Okay, what I did was to do Control Enter, not Control Shift. Oh.
Okay, I use shifter of control.
No, it's Control Enter. This is like even the custom formatting is even more interesting than this to them, because this one is just function, enter this, enter that, but the magic that is there is what is missing. Okay, so now let us use, now we have the day function. You see inside the date, we have the day, the month, and the year. You can use this to extract information from the date. You have the day function which extracts the day from the date. We have the month, we have the year. Okay? The reason why this is very important is because when you are doing some kind of calculations, instead of you to go and be typing it somewhere in a different cell, like 20, you are referring to a specific date and you want to use to calculate or make reference in your in your function. What you need to do is to use this kind of function to extract it. Okay, so what I will just do is for this one now, see, before I do anything, see this box here. This box, I have to fill everything here. Can you see that? Now press your equal sign. You have the day function. I want to extract the day in this particular date that you are seeing down. That one that is not highlighted. I want to extract the day in this one here, this date here. So I will say it's equal to day. You see that day is out. I press my open bracket and it gives me my serial number. My serial number is this date that is here. Okay? And I press Control Enter. You see you see something there? Have you done the Control Enter? Did it work?
Yes.
Now let's go to the next one. The next one, I will highlight the whole of this and press is equal to month. See, this month that came out here, this one is the one that has been registered in the cell that has been named though, not this month. Are you seeing it? There are 2 months here.
Yes.
It is the one that they write FX here, that is what you are going to use.
Okay.
Is this one here. So we are using this and pressing tab. What is the month in this date? In this date. So I go to the date and select it and press Control what? Enter. You know, I did not put the last, what do you call it, the last bracket, but Control Enter will help me to close it. Control Enter. Apart from this one that is the same, look at this one, 3 and 6. Look at the position. The day is 3, the month is 6. You see it? So let's go to the next one. We are done with extracting the month from the date, so we are going to the year.
So let me go back to that month. Which of the months am I going to work? I'm saying March. See, which of these after present is equal to?
Okay, after we got to the result.
After that is equal to go back to that month.
Wait.
3, 6.
When I type equal to month, I will go to make a reference to what I want to get the month from. It is the date.
What I mean is I didn't really see that month.
This one. This one is 2.
No, we have 2 more. The one with small letter, the other one.
That one with small letter is the name box. So that one has been registered. You can get that in name manager. You go to name manager through the formula. Okay, and you get there, you see it. To get that, you're going to say Alt MN. Look at it. Month, you see it. This month here, that thing you see that first came out with this kind of box is the name manager, not that is the one that is fx, that is a calculation that we want. That is the function. So that is not that, it's not the other one we are thinking. So you come here, you do for the year, you say is equal to year. All of this, you see, the date, month, year in that date have different functions, so which you can use to extract. So you come say year, what is the serial number? That same date. Okay? And what do you do?
Control Enter.
Good. You see what I'm talking about. The year has been extracted. The date. In fact, from here itself, you can, just like the way we did, you can go back and do the date again from these ones you've extracted. So I don't want to start writing complex formulas or just like a formula, a function in a function, that will actually make it look very clumsy. So it's better we understand this first so that you can now know, okay, getting a year from a date, you have a date, how do we get a year? You have to open another function for year to extract the year. Those are the things that one needs to, or you can even make reference by putting it in what do they call it, in double quotes. All these things that was written in different cells here, you can make reference to them by putting in double quotes. Year. Okay, let me just say, I want to find the date. I will open the date function and put the year and put double quote. The year will not tell me supply what is the reference. That is that thing that you are making reference to, that was in that cell. You make reference to it by that number and put that number in double quote. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, let me not go down to that side. Let me not go down. So Miriam, do you understand how we got the year?
Yeah.
All right, so okay, so we are going to progress to other ones. Now we are going into the one that this one is just a very simple one. So let's go to the one that will be able to crack our brain a little. Now we want to use days function to find number of days between dates. Of course, look at what is given here. You say you have the invoice date, which is this, and you have the report date. You can see this is 2022, this is 2018. What is the number of days between those dates is what we are we are going to calculate. What is the number of days between, and days have a function. So when we come here, dates difference, what is the days in those between those dates? So if I say equal to days, if I open it, it will say, tell me what is the start, the end date. The end date is the reporting date, while the first date, which is the invoice date, that is the start date. So I come here, reference this, come here and reference this again. Okay, and you can press Ctrl Enter 1464. But I can tell you that this date is not correct automatically until you do something to add to it. You know why? Because, okay, before I get there, I will explain why this thing is like this, but you need to add 1 to it. Because the first day, the start date of the invoice date has not been counted. You only took the date difference between that date. Like if it is March, you start from April, May, June, July to the last one. It is the last one, the first one that you've not counted, that you should add, which is +1. Do you get what I'm talking about? When we go to the other one, they call days 360, and the other ones that we need to calculate, you see the difference. Because if you calculate your calculator well, all the days that have 31 days, bring them out. All the days that have 30 days, bring them out. All the days that have what do they call it? Most of them, those ones that have one day added to it, has a very important message to pass across to us, that we need to add 1 to it. If you don't add 1 to it, the days will not be calculated correctly. So if I come here and edit this, after doing this, I will put +1. Yeah, +1. So this one is giving me in date, but I will take it to general format, right? So Alt-HN, so I will take it to general format, let it give me 1465. It's 1465 days. Calculating this very well, it's 1465 days. Okay, so now we have calculated the days between dates, between the starting date and the ending date. Always know that you will add +1 to it.
So
Okay, let me show you something. It's equal to, there's a formula, there's what you, if you want to see the formula very well, there's what they call formula text function. Formula text, look at it down. Formula text. What I did here, Control Enter. See what I got here. So the formula text function will give you an idea of what we used to calculate it, right? Let me even do it to these cells here, so that you will see the calculation itself. Marian, can you see it? Eh?
That's the +1, yeah?
Yeah. You can see that I have brought out the formula using a formula text function.
Okay, I missed that too.
Look at it here now. See, look at it. See my cursor here.
Okay.
Do you
Okay, yeah,
are you seeing the
the formula text, then the cell reference?
the cell reference? Good. It gives you an idea of what you have done, that the formula you have used to calculate, right? So let's do this one, formula text. Okay, and let me take one of these and press Ctrl Enter. What is this? What did I reference it to? What did I reference it to? There's something there. It's showing me not available. Okay, and I use the date function. Oh, okay, yeah, no wonder there was no formula there. Sorry. Okay, so the formula for this, Look at it. For year, month, this one is significant. This one you can. But how we got this? See here. Please let's move forward. We are going forward now. We are going somewhere. So use date. There is another function. Can you hear me? And Miriam too. Hear me clearly. There is another function called dated if. But it is not expressly stated in the formulas. Like if you come here now, if you come here in the formulas here, you can see the date and time functions. You will not see dated if here.
Okay.
But it's an inbuilt function in Excel that you can use also. Yes, you can use it just like the way you are using days function.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not there. So I'll just go there now. If I want to get my dated if, I will say is equal to dated if. And you will be the one to, you won't press your, you are not going to press your tab. You are not going to press tab. You are going to open the tab by yourself. You can see something. Are you seeing something under here?
Yes.
Dated if. So you will be the one. And dated if we start from the, it will tell you what is the start date first. But if it is days, it will tell you what is the end date first. So dated if we give you the start. So what is the start date? I come here. What is the start date? Is this. What is the end date? Is this. Now, give me the difference of that date in days. Hello? Look at the magic I want to do now. Give me the difference. Yeah, this is it. Give me the difference of this date in days. What you are going to do is that after the comma, open a double quote, right? And put your D.
Yes.
Close the double quote. Close the parentheses and add +1 to it. So it's giving me in date format. What do? I take this one here, Alt HFP, and what? Can you see? Are you seeing the magic?
It's magical. Stop.
Dated if. That dated if is date difference. So I used to call it dated if. Date difference. That is what you are going to use to calculate the number of days in this respect. So you are using it, you are saying, what is the cell reference? Cell B34, cell B35, which is these two. Then give me the difference of those dates in days, and the difference should be in double quotes. Then you add 1 to it. Okay? You add 1 to it. So I have shown you, you can see now there's the formula for the dated if is shown here. This one will start from start date and end date, while the other one will start from end date and give you start date. Let's go to the other one. They call the eDate function. Now, let me give you a tip. Can you see that? A tip here says that if you want to do eDate function, the syntax will tell you that you should supply the start date first. eDate means exact date. For example, if it is 1st of October 2020, what is the next date should it return? It should be that same start date, but even if it appears in another year. Today is what? 19th of March 2022. I want 19th of March 2024. Exact date. But it will enter a different year. So the eDate function, when you supply the start date and you supply the month now will be, is it have 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? If it is a year, the months multiplied by 12. Are you getting what I'm saying? The month multiplied by 12. If it's just month, just supply the month, 5. But if it is in a year, multiply it by 12. See what I wrote here? whenever you are asked to calculate in years, multiply the months to be supplied by 12. E.g., 1 month forward is 1 times 12.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 1 year forward is 1 month times 12. If it is in year, or if it's in months, please, it's 1 month. If it is 1 year backward, it's in 1 month times 12, but you have to put minus so that it can take you back. That same date backwards. So we are going to do something here. Now let's find the exact date in 5 years in the future, into the future. That is 5 years later. So that is the start date we have here. We'll say equals to E date. What is the start date? The start date is the date we are seeing up here. Okay. All right. Now, I want to do the same thing down here. I want to do the same thing. What I want to do here, I want to do it down. So I want to copy, instead of me to go down and start copying that, I want to reference that date that is here, that start date. So for me to reference that start date, I don't want the start date to affect, come down to the next row, which is for the 5 years later. So what I need to do is to lock the reference. I hope it's locking. It's not locking. You know what? Let's do it that way, because this one, this locking. Okay, maybe I have to press Fn something. Okay, I've seen it. Fn F4. Fn F4. I have locked it, and I am going to supply the months times 12. I can just go around and say, okay, 5 months times 12. Is it not 60 months? Abi? 60 months is 5 years now. So I will just put 5 multiplied by what? 12. Are you seeing that? Then I will press Ctrl Enter. Do you see what I'm saying? Five years later, in 2025, 2025 minus 2020 is 5 years. But what is the exact date? That's 3 there. Okay, let's put the one that are 333. Which ones? All these ones here. All these ones here that you are seeing here. The next one, 3rd of June, and 3rd June and 33. You see that is still repeating. Look at the base. 5 years later, 3333. One thing that is common among them here is the 3. 5 years later, what is going to be the, so use exact date to get that. Okay, so now let's go to 5 years ago, which is backward. 5 years ago, I'll come here. See, I'll come here, copy this down. Okay, but the only thing I'm going to change will be the minus, that plus sign to what? Minus sign. Let's copy down. Highlight here and change this. What am I doing? And change this. What am I changing? I'm changing the 12 to minus 12, meaning 1 year back. So I'll put minus 12. Okay, I've done for this first one, but I will take it across these other ones here. Control R. What did I do now? I have not done anything here. I've not done anything. I didn't do the minus 12 here. So okay, you see, 2015, 5 years back, exact date. 5 months later, which is 5 months, that's from that start date, 5 months from that 3rd of March. 5 months, we should have August there. So I come here, copy this down, right? Come here and Shift F2. Right, good. So now what I need to do is to remove this. I say 5 months later, right? I'll remove this, whatever I've written here. Sorry, I need to put 5 there. 5. Control enter. You see that is in August. 5 months later, exact date, 5 months later. So from 3rd of this to 3rd of August. Can you see that? Eh?
It's the reference has issue from the beginning.
Hold on.
Like under that K and J, they are the same thing. From that 5
Look at
years
it.
later.
Which referencing? Let me check. Hold on, please. Hold on. Five months later. Oh, okay. I see. He's referencing only. You see what this one is referencing here? J13. Okay, I think what I supposed to have done was to lock only the. Hold on, sorry, please. I need to take this call. Hello, Bozos. I did class. I beg. I'll call you. This is equal to e date. Open the syntax. Start date. Okay. So let's lock. F4. So we are locking what? The column only and the row from moving, but the column will move. Okay. The person is not. Oh. Shay, you see the mistake that is in referencing. If you don't reference very well, you end up getting something. I wasn't really paying attention to that until when you brought that issue. So it's very, very important, referencing. Because when you are copying to the right, you need to know whether it is the column or the row you are to lock. So if it is you are copying to the right, you must free the column and lock the row. So now this one is this. I will supply the months, which is 5, or let me just say 60 months. Or I should just do the calculation. Let me do this calculation. This is 5 multiplied by 12. Okay. Right. So let me do it this way. Control enter. Does it make sense now? Exact date. Are you there, Miriam?
Yes.
There was an error. Which
5 months later. Stop that.
Okay, no. I had to go back again to go and do it because the referencing was wrong.
Okay.
The reference, I would have done it one after the other, but I wanted to show you how referencing works.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going down to the other one. Press Ctrl D and okay, and change this. Okay, shift this F2. I want to go 5 years ago, so I will press -12. You can see the minus I put here. 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, exact date is just the same thing, but the only thing there is that the difference is just a year. 5 years ago on that date. That is it. Let's go down again.
Control.
What is that?
What is it? Is it control what? To go down.
Control D. Control D is to copy down. Now let me go here. E date 5 months later. So I will take the whole of this minus times minus 12 here and put 5 months later. So come here. 5 months later.
You remove that 12.
I remove the 12 and the multiplication. So it will remain 5.
Mr. Kola, right? So, do you want me to go through it now? Sorry, I want to help you with installation of Microsoft.
We are, please, we are doing something. Once we are done,
So I have somebody.
but
it's using the system.
is using it. So it's. I have after this one. I have another one I want to do here. The function exercise. All right, give him to do it.
I will see to it.
The charger.
Okay, while he's doing it.
Which office is it installed? 29. You're paying for that? You're paying for that?
So, bros, let's not waste time. As you are doing it, you will be seeing it. So now we have 5 months ago. We have 3rd of what? 5 months. 5 months later. That is after March, April, May, June. Look at it. March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months. Are you seeing it? 5 months. Exact date. That is August. For the other one, June, July, August, September, October, November. 5 months. Okay? So you can see everything is going on as we want it. So we'll come down and do this one. We'll press Ctrl D and press Shift F2. I mean FN F2 to change this to -5. You see? We change it to -5. -5 means take me backwards. Minus. Control Enter. You can see that this one here is January and this one was in June. It means that February, March, April, May, June. That is 5 months backwards.
Did you copy from the start date that 5 months ago?
Look at the difference, sir. Are you seeing the formula? Marian, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Look at the 5 months. It's -5. I'm saying 5 months ago it should be backwards. 5 months later from the start date it is forward, which is in August, right? Look at it. 5 years ago I put 5 times 12 and I put a minus sign in at the front of the 12, right? Now look at this one. 5 years I did not put 5 years forward, which is 5 years later. I did not put minus sign. I put 12. Okay, so that is how I got all this. Now we'll do that for EO month. EO month, and EO month stands for end of month. End of month. That end of month, when you are looking for the date at the end of the month, if it is in the current month, you use 0. Okay, but before we do that, let me just do something here. EO, you see that I press EO, end of month. At any date you are in the month, if you want to find the end of the month, please, of that same month, you are going to use 0. If you are looking for end of the month in the following month, you use 1. See what I mean? If I press my tab, it asks me for the start date. The start date is the date you are seeing here. Let's do that locking. Right? End of what? The month. Are you seeing, Marian? Are you still there? Okay.
Yes, I am.
I just want to be sure, so I don't go faster. Now, I have referenced the date, the start date, and I have used cell referencing to do the fixing, right? I have fixed the column, I free the column, and I fixed the row, which is the start date. Start date shouldn't move to the current month, but it has to be there. So that anything we are doing should be the same for everything, right? So we will supply the months. Now for the current month, I want to know, this is 3rd of March, but I want to know the date at the end of that month. Of course, which me and you know that is 31st, and it has to give us that 31st. So I will supply 0 to it, and once I supply that 0, I will come and press Ctrl Enter. What do you see? This one starts from 3rd of March, and now it is now 31st of what? March. Can you see that? It was 3rd of March. It didn't even start from 1st. Even if it is 21st of March, if you want to get the end of month, you will still get that same day. But if it is 1 month forward, not that current month, you will use 1. If it is
0, put 1.
that place we put 0, you replace it with 1. It means that it's not that month, but it will be the end of next month. So let's copy this down, because it's still the same thing we are using. Ctrl D. We say 1 month forward, 1 month forward, 1 month forward. What do? We'll put 1. When we put 1 there, we'll press Ctrl Enter. 1 month forward. So from March here, the start date is March. The end date of the month, end of the month, is April. The start date is July, and it ends June, and it ends in July. The start date is 4th April, and it ends in May. September, October, January, February, March. Are you okay with that?
So the last one was we use 0.
0 once it is in that month. That month, in the current month. We want to know end of month.
Is a 1 month forward.
1 month forward. It means that you are not going to get the end of the month in the current month, but it will be in the next month.
Okay.
If it is 2, that means 2 months forward.
Okay.
So you see now, please, can you do 2 months forward for me, please? Marian, do the 2 months forward.
Okay.
Do the 2 months forward. I see what you're doing. What you do is to replicate the formula. Good. Let me see the reference here.
My own is not sure that it didn't come before, but it's different from maybe the way system.
Okay, you are doing it one by one, Abi.
No.
Did you copy down? Did you do like copy down the way we did it? Because I'm not seeing reference in there.
I like this and put it first. We also copy from here.
No, what I did was, the first one I did, the first current month, I did a cell referencing to reference the start of the date of the this thing. So whichever one I'm doing, I'm still referencing the first one. This first one here. That is why I locked it. By locking the row, I lock this row, but when I'm copying to the right, I'm copying relatively. You see, in the cell referencing you were taught, if it's moving to the right, you free the column. If you are copying down, you lock the column and allow the rows to move. I locked this one. See what you can do. See what I did here. Okay, this is the first one. The first one. It was locked, right? So let me see the second one. What you did? You didn't lock this one. You didn't. What you should have done was this. Let's delete this. What you would have done was this one. Copied. Correct. So what you would have done was this was to copy down, Control D, and come here, still highlight this, and press your F2. Okay, it's FN F2, right? Then change this one to 1. When you change it to 1, you press your Control Enter. Are you getting? Okay.
So now what we
This okay. Well, this is date format. Go to shape or HL. It will take you to this. Press your arrow key down and go up. Right? Take it to general. It's in date format, so it has to be in general. So general will give you numbers. See, any format you are that you are is not giving you this thing, go and check what the format is giving before you can use it. I've had that issue before when trying to do something and it's giving me they're like, oh, I'm just lost on the way. Thank God for Sake. See, whatever you want to know, you will know it unless you don't have that power, or you don't want to know that thing. You don't want to know that. That's you to know it. When we first came in, it was like, it's a long story anyway. You have to dedicate your time. You will not tell me that, like in the office, I'm always very busy. But when everybody has closed, I will be in the office and be doing my practicing. The one I didn't understand very well, I need to go and watch it. I don't have access to video lecture. I will go to YouTube and go and watch the similar video. They will explain it. I will watch from 5 different people and I will compare them. So it's there I get the morale, the boost to actually do some certain things. Even himself, Saki was surprised, like, there are some things you've known now. I think, well, I've gotten it here, and if I move somewhere else, I will have to add more knowledge to it. So now this is it. We have done this. I know she's still there. So do 2 months forward, 1 year later. Maybe that is an assignment for you. Can you do that? 2 months forward, 1 year later. Okay, let me do this one. Let me do this one now. I want to do for 2 months forward.
Have you unanimously moved the closing time to 6?
No, yeah, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting.
Really?
It's getting interesting.
My hand is
We're not complaining.
That's what I just want to do.
In as much as they will get what they want. So I move here, do the 2 months forward. Okay. Let me copy this one down because I will still change something there in the last one. So FN F2, 2 months forward, I make this one 2, and Control Enter. You see? From June to August, from March to May, 2 months forward. So I will change the last one, and I'm going to change this one to what? 1 year. Now, when is 1 year now? You know, this is, look at it, look at the syntax. This is months. I want to make it 1 year, times 12 now. So I will say times 12, right? Enter. 2021. Still the same match, but in 2021. Look at it. 2020, March 2020, March 2021. 1 year forward.
So we can actually use that 1 times 12 to just say 12.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just making it very simple for you to see. If I just say 12, you'll be wondering, is it 12 months? Is it 12 months? Or, because here we are saying 1 year. 1 year is 1 month times 12. The other one we're using is just that they are not up to a year. It's 5 months, 2 months, 1 month. So, weekday. Now, this is a very interesting part. Weekday function. Excel has weekdays that runs from 1 to 7. The default, the default numbers. If I open the weekday, let me open the weekday function around here. Now, let me go out. Look at what it's telling me. Excel returns a number from 1 to 7, identifying the days of the week. And the days of the week starts in the default setting in Excel to identify weekday is from Sunday to Saturday. Sunday is 1, Monday is 2. Okay, let me write here because of Miriam. If you come here, let me come down here. Miriam, can you see? Hello?
Yes, I can.
So let me,
myself.
the default something, and the default this thing for Excel for weekdays, it starts from Sunday to Monday and Sunday to Saturday.
Okay.
If I open the week, yeah, if I open the weekday, it's equal to weekday, and I type in a serial number. Let's just say something like this. Let me take this date, for instance. Here, it will tell me the return type. Can you see something after the comma? It tells me that Excel has numbers running from Okay. Don't worry, we get the video now, right? From look at it, from numbers 1, which means Sunday is 1, to Saturday, which is 7. But this one can be changed by you if you want to change your calendar. You can start from Monday through Sunday. It means that Monday will be 1 to Sunday, which is 7. So for this purpose, if you want to find the weekday for any date, in as much as it is in that that month, you will be able to get the weekday correct when you assign these numbers to it. But Excel will always hold this one constant, number 1, which is that Sunday to Saturday. So if I want to find the weekday here, to find the weekday, what I need to do is to say weekday, that is syntax, open, serial number is this one here, okay, and I close it. You know why? If I put 1 there, it will still give me the same thing. If I put out 1, because I want it to run through Sunday to Saturday. If I do it this way, Control Enter. Look at it, weekday in 2022, 1st January 2022. Let me go to my calendar and see. This one is 7. 7 means Saturday. This one 2 means Monday. This one 5 means what? 2 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, around. Okay, let me go to the what they call it, the
Not better you make it Monday, Tuesday.
no, yeah, sure. But I want to be very, very explicit here. Look at it. January 2022. What is Sunday? The weekday of 1st January 2022. 1st January 2022. Saturday, right? So it starts from Sunday to Saturday. Okay, 1st January 2022, Saturday. So this is where it falls, Saturday here. Okay, and this other one too. Let's go to February. This one, this is 1st January. 1st January. It starts as Saturday, right? So look at the next one. 28th of February. Look at 28th of February. Monday, which is number 2. Because the default is say from Sunday to Saturday. Abi? That is how to get the weekday. Hold on. If I put 1 here, let me just put it this way. If I put 1 from Sunday to Saturday, 7, it still gives me the same thing. Okay? Let me take it across. It still gives me the same thing. So it is from Sunday to Saturday, whichever days it counts. You have to know what is the weekday number from Sunday. If it's giving you 7, go and check the calendar. From Sunday, start counting to Saturday. It must give you that 7 days complete. So on this date, based on 1st January, if it is giving you another date again, it will give you the position of that week number. That's what it does. And that's what some people use it to create calendar. Anyway, it wasn't for this class, but I've created a calendar with weekdays by using weekday function and using other kinds of functions to create the calendar, but that is not for this class. So now I want to return what is the position of the weekday. Okay, because this weekday you are seeing, this thing you are seeing in general format gives you like thousands of numbers. This date format you are seeing. Are you getting? So we want to know the position of what the weekday. So the start date, if you look at the formula, they say start date and the weekday of the start date. You know, we've gotten the weekday of the start date yet now. So anything we have, we will minus it from 1. Means that it's taking us back. When you say minus, it's taking us back. It's taking us back to what the start date will be. If it does not fall in that same calendar, assuming it is on Tuesday that the calendar starts, it will take you, the calendar will show you the other months that have entered the following month.
Yes.
Just like this. It will take you this, something like this. You see this one, 28. This is the one that has entered the following month. It will take you directly and it will give you the position of that number. What do I mean? If I come here now and say, let's use this formula. It's equal to this minus this. We'll open the bracket and we'll take this minus 1, right? We'll press Ctrl Enter. What does it give us? You can see that this is 2021. That is, it's taking us back to the date. It's taking us back. I'm talking about the weekday, how the week starts in the calendar. He's saying that it starts from January, but something happened before January now. Abi, what is the month before January? December. So if I go back now and say December, let's check. Let's go to December. What is that month? 24th, Abi? 24th of what? December 2021. So look at it. This December. What of January? How did it start in January? Abi, is this thing okay?
I think the difference is showing like almost 8 days, not 7 days.
Let me go to 2022. Hold on. See what I'm saying? This thing is supposed to start from here. The start date is supposed to start on the 27th, not 24. Because 24 is already a day, some days before 27, like 3 days or so. Hold on, let me check on something. I know you get what I'm trying to achieve. To get you the start date. Because all these things here, if you put them in general format now, see what I mean? Control 1. If you go to general format, see what it gives you. 44562. What is the position of, okay, let's say 27th of December. You know what? Please, this one we have to leave this one for now because we still have a very important one. See the one we are going to look at here. I need to get into this. See this one. This is what we are going to. This is the final one. So should we go into this directly? Should we go into this directly? Because I still have one here. Because everybody is tired. Are you not tired?
You sure on everybody?
So, okay. You know what? Yeah, but the main one is the last one. I will hasten it up. So we'll talk on this. I will do a small video on this one, and send it. This particular one, this Workday function, network days. I'll do a small video, but let's go into this. This is a major one now that we want to enter. Okay, so this is a age analysis of debtor schedule. We are trying to build, and it works with dates. And so we want to get the date due here. Can you notice something above? I formatted this in as date. You see it? If it wasn't in date, anything I do here now will give me in general format. Anything you want to do, if you want to use numbers, format all the cells as numbers. First, if you want to do in percentage, the only thing you need to do is just to go and type in what it is. Percentage will come out. The format of general format will come, the number format will come out. So I need to do this first before I get. So what happened is that this date you want to get this date due from the reporting date. What this one is telling me that this date from the date to this date is 730 days, which is that date difference. You remember we did date difference before? That days and date difference. I mean, where we want to get what is the date at which these people started owing this amount. So what we need to do is to highlight the whole of this. Okay, we highlight the whole of this. Press your shift down arrow. So finish now. If numbers were there, we will just put Control Shift down arrow. But it will take you to this one. Will take you to the end of the Excel sheet, which I don't want.
Okay.
So press Control Backspace, right? Yeah. Press Control Backspace. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find the date. What is the date due to this date? And I put today's date. I put today's function. That any date, as long as you are the Excel or you are closing your workbook and opening it, the days will be counting automatically. So what I will do is to say this date. What do I get date difference? I need to take this date here, right? And minus it from this one. Minus it from these days here, these days. Yes. And if I want to do that, you know that this one, I need to copy down. If I'm copying down, this one must not move from there because I'm applying this mathematics to all of them here. So I will press F4 to lock the cell, right? Minus this first one here. And press Control Enter. Okay? This gives you the date down for all the invoices or whatever the debtor must have owed to the company. So you just after doing this, to get the days outstanding, just like the reverse, right? It's going to be for you to get these same days, you use this one to minus it from this. This thing has already been formatted. Don't mind it. This thing. What is inside there is just the date. So what I need to do is to do this one to this way. Okay. Though this is long, control backspace, and say this one, right? Press your Fn F4 to lock it minus this date. Okay. Once you do it, press Control Enter. It gives you, look at it, 730. This cell is equal to this cell, and it's true, which gives you 1. Okay. So you have all these days given here as a result of this calculation you've done. It's just the same thing which we've done here. So what we want to do now is to calculate, the age bucket.
So how did you get that column? This 730.
This one.
First one, that B.
That B. No, that B there is just being manually entered. Okay. It's just for you to show you how this thing is being calculated. Okay, so I have already done this one. I'm only using the reporting date to minus this from this.
So
from the date.
The essence now is
yes.
to determine the number of days we've been owing our supplier.
Yes. No. The debtors are owing. And it has been custom formatted here to show you that in Thursday, 19th of March 2020, this person has been owing us. So we've done this, we've succeeded in getting the days outstanding, and we want to get the age bucket here. But before we can get that age bucket, right? Before we can get age bucket, let us start with this debt age.
Can we stop here? Because it's going to be another ton.
It's going to.
So let it end here. So there's still room for tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be a very. Let's fix it for next Saturday. Next Saturday, we are going to start the class with this.
Okay, the remaining one. Okay.
The remaining one, because tomorrow is even the 3 hours is not going to be enough for logical functions. So, do we get dates and time function in exam? Enter.
Close the bracket.
What did we put it?
Yeah,
Always
close
close it.
close it.
No, you have put the bracket before today. Before the bracket. I mean, after the bracket, it's only today that should be. At least, delete everything. Yeah, actually.
Top of the row. Where is the down?
Close the bracket.
How is it down? Control. Control. Control.
Oh, okay.
Semicolon.
Okay.
Control shift.
Okay.
Control.
Sorry. Hello?
Control shift.
Hello? Yeah, I did. You don't reach out? Okay. I'm coming. I will call you back, please.
It will help you to put the close brackets. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Please go home and rest. Go home and rest.
Thank you very much.
That thing a worthwhile day.
Lots of great time.
Now, signing out. Signing out.
Control semicolon first.
Are you seeing it? Control plus semicolon.
For what?
For the date.
That's fine. formula test.
Hmm?
Formula test.
No, that's not formula text. I just typed it just normally in the cells
Okay.
for you to see. Then why this one is this is, let me see. Now, so if I use formula text on this, now see what I did. Now for this, why this one is control plus semicolon space and control shift semicolon. So let me do this. So let me edit this. Control plus semicolon, then space. So that space will be something like this, space, right? And control
Shift.
plus shift plus semicolon. Okay. That's what you use. This thing here is the space. I don't want to write space in letters. So I just
You can't charge them here.
I think that's all for now. Thank you guys for your time.
For imparting on us. Thank you for imparting on us.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.